This is Emily from Huntington Learning Center in East Boise, here to share with you our top 5 tips for stopping the homework battle. So I know a lot of you parents struggle every night when your student comes home from school with mountains of homework and no end in sight. It's really important to establish a routine and get some simple rules under your belt to make that homework time much more effective and easier for you and for your family. So to start off, the very first tip here is to designate a study space. This is not your student's bed or the floor. This is an actual space that is dedicated specifically to studying and to homework. This could be a desk in their room, maybe a kitchen counter or a spot in the living room, whatever is going to work best and help them to limit distractions. Within that realm, make sure that study space is stocked with all of the materials that they might need. Pens, pencils, granola bars. We all know students who will use any excuse to get up from their desk and go find something else to grab. So having everything within reach is going to really effectively make that time go much smoother and also cut down on the time that they're spending at that desk doing homework. Tip number 2 is have them create a to-do list. Once that study space is designated, have a to-do list every single day of what they need to do. Obviously, make it with priority in mind, so assignments that are due the next day take precedence. Make sure that everything is completed and then working through from there. That also mitigates the 10 p.m. panic of, I have an assignment due in the morning and I haven't done it. So as long as they have that to-do list, they can see clearly and concisely in front of them what needs to be done today, and it gives them a much more goal-oriented approach to homework. At that same time, set goals in terms of timers. Timers are very important when it comes to homework. Setting a timer for 20 to 30 minutes at most and allowing your student to put all of their energy in for that short amount of time really boosts their productivity. After that, give them 5 minutes of a break. Set that kitchen timer again. Allow them to check their phone at that time, right? Get on Instagram, text back their friends, and then once that 5 minutes is up, back into work, and it's going to be much more effective to not ban technology altogether, but let them know that with that 20 or 30 minutes of work, then comes the reward of 5 minutes. This also helps them to stay motivated and get through all of their work. As opposed to viewing it as hours, 20 minutes is much more palatable. Along with that, make sure you limit distractions. So put that phone in another room if it's necessary. Turn off the video games, turn off the TV in the living room. Make sure that their focus for that 20 minutes, it's only 20 minutes, is homework, okay? That's gonna be really good for them, and they know that after that time, they can check their phone. If you banish it, that's gonna lead to a fight, which is gonna prolong that homework time, and that, again, is not going to be effective. Last but not least, commit to that routine. As we all know, we start off with really good intentions, especially here in January with resolutions, and then as the weeks go by, that routine or that habit really starts to fall away. All of these are necessary to make it effective, but it also takes commitment on your part and on your student's part. This is not going to happen overnight. You need to sit down with your student, develop a routine that includes them, have them give you their point of view on their homework time, make them take ownership of it, and once you establish that routine, soon they're gonna be following these rules without you having to regulate them, and that's gonna make it much more enjoyable for you and your family when it comes to homework time. So in the end, following these 5 steps and committing to a routine is going to be the biggest piece of success for you and for your homework battle. If you're interested in going into these topics more in depth and also exploring some other options for the homework time, we are going to be having a webinar on February 15th at 12 p.m. at noon. You're free to ask me any questions. We'll go over these pieces more in depth, and I'll also give you some more tangible, concrete tools to help stop the homework battle.